Ferrari have gone from having a commanding position at the top of the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship to being left behind by Red Bull in both. Their collapse has been pretty incredible when you look at the stats, and don't worry, we will. But can they still win either championship? Let's have a look. Charles Leclerc's head must be spinning at the speed with which his championship fortunes have reversed in the space of just 7 weeks. Arriving in Imola, he led the Drivers' Championship by 34 points. Max Verstappen, clearly the Ferrari driver's most serious threat, languished in 6th place, 46 points behind him. Since then, Verstappen has gone on a tear, winning 4 out of 5 Grand Prix and adding a sprint race victory to boot. He's dropped just 12 points from an available 138. Meanwhile, Leclerc has retired twice due to car trouble and saw his Ferrari team squander more points in Monaco. He's sunk to 3rd in the championship, 34 points behind his rival. Verstappen has achieved an 80-point swing against him in just 5 races, an average of 16 points per race. Charles has converted so few of his pole positions to wins, 4 of 15, that he is actually the worst driver in F1 history at winning a race from the front of the starting grid, having failed to do so in 4 of his 6 attempts this season. That isn't even the most damning stat for Charles Leclerc. He's managed to convert 4 pole positions into race wins in his entire career, but Max Verstappen has managed to convert 5 of Charles Leclerc's pole positions into race wins. How have things gone so badly that Max Verstappen is more likely to win a race that Charles sits on pole than Charles himself? Of course, we can't put all the blame on Charles Leclerc. His team has to take a lot of the blame, at least from this season. In Monaco, where he had pole position, Leclerc's race was ruined by some terrible strategy calls by his pitbull team. It was one of the worst races in terms of strategic mistakes that anyone can remember, and all the more painful for having been the Monegasque's home race. In Spain and Baku, also starting from the front of the grid, Leclerc had mechanical issues that forced him to retire, both of them being engine problems. And this is where Ferrari's chances of winning a championship may lay in tatters. The undeniable opinion is that the Ferrari engine is the most powerful in the field. 4 kilowatts of power more than Honda, 8 more than Mercedes, and 12 more than Renault. But what use is that power if the team can't actually get the thing to work? In Baku, it wasn't just the Ferrari team who were affected either, it was their customers Haas and Alfa Romeo as well. Ferrari needs to get these problems resolved ASAP to stand a chance of fighting with Red Bull for the championship. German journalist Michael Schmidt has reported that Ferrari have already requested to make reliability improvements to their engine, but have been unsuccessful. Because the technology for the combustion engine was frozen at the end of February and the hybrid system has to be homologated at the end of September, it was obvious for Ferrari to first look at the power and performance development. They wanted to take care of the reliability later if necessary. The regulations allow for corrections to be made if you can prove to the FIA that it's all about ensuring reliability. What is far more worrying is they must now launch a new unit without knowing what caused the recent vulnerabilities and how to respond to them. Ferrari had previously requested a reliability repair from the FIA without resounding success. So the question is, can Ferrari convince the FIA that the changes they need to make to the engine are for reliability purposes? If they can, then there is still a chance they can fight their way back into the championship. The gap to Red Bull is surmountable if they can turn their fortunes around in the next few races. If not though, the engine problems are going to mean more retirements and more lost points for the team. To compound the issue, the team are now on the cusp of taking grid penalties for using too many engines this season, so each retirement will hurt twice as much. Do you think Ferrari has what it takes to turn their fortunes around, or is it all going to come too late now? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and while you're down there, please subscribe to F101 and I'll see you in the next video.